Okay, let's keep searching about it. Okay, so that was the table we last saw. Okay, let's take a look at the arm. Oh, poor thing, that arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. For the best. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we looked at the books. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. Oh yeah, we got his lock, boy. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Okay, let's talk to Vector first. Did you bring me any meat to chow? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. Well, duh! Anyway, I actually tried to bring a knife on the train. I'm a man of authenticity tales. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron. Apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Talk. Can I take your order? Start interrogation. Let's start the interrogation, brother. So the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Zero and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if he... Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop until it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Zero, could you help me out? Alright, Zero, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? An exhaustive manual of the Mirage Express's many features and capabilities. Doesn't seem to mention how to drive the train, which would have been neat. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh god, not the thinking portion. Okay. Okay, that's so much easier. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it like this. Okay. That way we just get these things done. I could just do more parts like this. Okay. Also, it's better just without the, what they call them, the pitfalls. I hate pitfalls. Okay. There are books scattered around the for sure, but the remaining books on the shelf are all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. His face! He's like, oh! Hold on, that's gonna be my thumbnail for this picture, for this video. His face is funny. He's like, oh shit. Aw. Okay. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express manual, Stranger Cool. In that case, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Zero, if you don't mind. Could you ask espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? 14, 362, 97. Let's try the page. Okay, what if efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up the trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons and explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like espio aced that question. Zero, hit him with another one. Oh, okay, which page do I choose? 15, 89, 230. Let's try 89. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Zero. Let's see if espio can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? 402, 16, 56. Let's try the 400. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to ensure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an audio pilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yeah, totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'll be bragging about that. You clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitude. Hector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate, despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Hector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Probably. Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Zero? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Zero, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SBO reading. But what? Okay, the menu, the library man, Shadow Block? How can supposedly Shadow has been playing? Shadow Block? Please pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're up, Zero. Let's get an argument together. Oh, jeez. Okay, well. Oh, for you. Okay, well. Okay. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. That's not the point, Vector. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated, reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see... I can sense Espio's desperation here, defending the argument that he was reading the entire time. So, if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Zero, that one that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved in my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car on this. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Defend Espio joined Tails. As much as I want to defend Espio, We gotta join tails, bro. It's just how right things do. But we're gonna do this next turn, like the next part. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to